Look how cool this map is. This map is amazing. Welcome, ladies and gents, to a really cool Mega Random generation. Yet again, I've not looked into the details of it, but it feels like recently we've been seeing different generations on Mega Random, and it's been exciting me. Because as an experienced age guy, I've kind of felt like Mega Random was getting bland. This looks really cool. Everyone's in a big old crater, and we do have the big trees on for any of you big tree fans out there. As always, you guys probably know the drill by now, but in case you don't, we have 8 kings, and those kings all explode in these games. The goal is to be the final king standing, the final one remaining, and players in this game will be hoping to work alongside people eventually. So far, Band of the Hawk is actually the only one who has allied a bunch of people. Now you see some other people following suit, but wait, I'm not getting diplomacy alerts here. Hold on. Do I need to restart Capture Age? Bear with me, friends. I'm going to restart Capture Age. Normally, there's diplomacy alerts when this happens. Wait. Oh, okay. It's happening now. It was just turned off. I'm stupid. Okay. In the green, playing as the Persians, we have Homer. Good stuff. In the red, we have 404 Strat Not Found, who initially was very excited about playing with the Poles. In the orange, we have Maka, who is playing as the Burgundians. In the purple, we have Band of the Hawk playing as the Dravidians. In the blue, we have Dano playing as the Vikings. In the gray, we've got the Cumans for Pumpu. In the yellow, we have Golden Pincers playing as the Koreans. And then last but not least, we've got Raw. I believe, again, that's how you pronounce it. Raw. Or is it Rawway? Rawi? No, I think it's got to be Raw, right? And Raw is playing as the Italians. And as always, they've gone random civ. I think if we did pick civ, we'd see like the same 6 civilizations repeated all the time. Like Spanish, Mongols, Berbers. There's probably a longer list, but yeah. I'm really happy with random civ. So everyone has allied each other now. Everyone's friends. Everyone's getting to know each other. There is a massive elevated water region in the middle. And actually, Hardy, could you possibly just at least show the thumbnail or maybe a little bit of what the map looked like later on? Just edit this in for the video. This looks very similar to a map I talked about before and made a video on like 5 years ago called Single Boob. Like this might be Single Boob. Basically a good friend and long-term mod named Smarthy made a map. Well, the middle was water, though, so you could actually, I guess you can dock this, but you could actually fish in the middle. And I recall it being very similar, where the players were in a crater, then you had elevated land, and she made the map, and then someone was like, I think it was our buddy Bullet, was like, that looks like a boob. And so the map was literally called Single Boob. And the thumbnail is very weird for that video, but, it was a different time. I'm very normal now. I think you all agree. I'm not at all weird or quirky or awkward in the slightest. But we've got some chatter. Red said, initially, my elo probably matches my name. Please be kind. Okay, so just letting everyone know, I'm a noob. Don't hurt me. And Homer says, Ayo, Red, I'm next to you. Want to be buds? And Red says, yes, please. And then Green says, very nice. Okay, I have a diplomacy theory. And I don't know if we could ever really back this up with data. But hear me out, okay? The better the punctuation and the more words used in the sentences and paragraphs in Diplo, the lower ranked the player. Do you guys think that's true? Right? Because the players who are really strong, sometimes they don't even chat, so there is that aspect. But you look at 404 Strat Not Found, and, we've got, like, the capital M into the period behind the name, capital P, please be kind, little heart. And you've got yes, please. Just like very, very proper by community game standards. Whoa, now Blue's doing the same. Holy crap, everyone's super proper. Whoa. Wait, look at Purple. Yes, talking to you, friends. Notice no punctuation, lowercase everything. Okay, this guy's going to be good. Going to be good, okay? Keep an eye on him. I think he is one of the players that's played before. Oh, man, I think my theory's not too far off. I'm sure there are exceptions to the rule. But okay, so we've got quite a bit of gold and stone around the town centers. In between the bases is even more gold. Wow, there's gold for days. Let's see. How much gold? Double click them. Bam. 192,000 gold. That is 240 gold tiles. I did all that math in my head. So, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Gray, only to you. Want to be friends in this game. Now, notice we didn't have a capital H. However, there was a comma and a period and a question mark. So, I'm going to assume that yellow is kind of a mid-tier player based on that. Teal just set everyone to neutral. Oh, no. Oh, no, Raw, what have you done? What have you done? We've seen it over the years so many times, and I think players probably have seen enough community games to know about them, but they maybe haven't seen me talk about how this is a mistake. Everyone else is allied, right? So if you're the guy who says, oh, you're neutral and you need to earn my love, even though that might make some sense historically or whatever, you are sometimes going to be targeted. You got to make sure that you are not standing out as a potential enemy to anybody here, especially if you're not in a corner, right? Because, like, if you're here, green and yellow, if their experience might be like, hey, we want to trade. Can we trust this teal guy? Let's just kill him. Yeah, rule number 1 is ally everyone at the start. Rule number 2 is never attack the streamer. Rule number 3 is make sure you talk to people. And rule number 4 is never trust Snippy. I don't know. We might need to make a video on that at some point. All right, so there's some more chatter. Orange only to you. We neighbors want to be friends. Orange says, yeah, purple is a W color. All right. And purple says, I'm with blue on the other side. We can all trade. Okay, makes sense then. So they're already discussing trade from corner to corner. Again, there's a lot of gold on this map, but trade obviously is still very helpful.
Yes.
Talking to blue and perp. Let's be a trifecta. Trade line,
Yes.
question mark. And then blue agrees, and then orange agrees.
Yes.
Okay, orange says to blue and purple, WSG. Okay, guys, I'm old. What does that mean? When the one player just said that is a W color, I knew what that meant. I knew that meant that is a good color. That's a win, all right? But WSG, what is that? I know ASL. I remember back in the AIM chat rooms, you know? I remember that. War Song Gulch? No, there's no way. What is WSG, man? I don't know what that is. What's good? There's no way that's what's good. Why would you put the S there? Is it what's good? What's up, guys? When shit's good? What you slinging, guy? I want that to be a thing now. What you slinging, guy? Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I think that might be like kind of like a new thing, you know? It doesn't seem like people necessarily know. All right, thanks for the ideas. We suck grapes. Okay, these guys are officially the We Suck Grapes team. All right, we'll remember that. Gray is cumin, so he can make second TC in Feudal Age. He's on that already. He's got the Vill lead already, too, so that's pretty good. He's going to pump up that eco count. Red says, orange only to you. Looks like we're neighbors. Want to be pals. Perfect punctuation. Oh, my goodness. A+ on the Diplo so far. And orange says, yeah, of course, man. I don't know if he's going to invite Red into the Sucking Grapes committee or club, but, you know, maybe. Yellow talking to Gray about if there's any other closer allies, and Gray says no, which is never really a great sign. Yellow has already talked to Teal over here, so he's probably hoping that Gray would speak to Blue. And he says, this is my first Dibolo ever. Okay, so it's his first Dibolo and probably also his first Diplo game. So that is going to hurt Gray if he doesn't speak to Blue as well. You just got to have a chatter with people who are on both sides. And that is very simple, Diplo. Just speak to the people who are next to you to make sure they're not going to be a threat. Wow, purple says, orange, I'll push your deer, bro. Wow, a nice guy. And, oh, man, this is really bad for everyone else. Look at the uptimes here. First to Castlage is Bandit the Hawk. We knew it because of his lack of punctuation in his Diplo. Then we've got Maka. Then we've got Dino. Or Dano, sorry. So these three, the WSG team, they're all going to be Castle Age first. And hey, Teal just allies everyone now. Okay, that's good. Hold on. I got to know. I got to find out. 1 second. I know what you guys said. What does WSG mean? It means what's good. What? It actually means what's good? What? I'm going to sound so old. I'm only 30, but like, why are we abbreviating that? That's like 8 characters. Oh, look at this. Gray is sending a villager across the map to wall in that relic? Huh? Dang, man. Okay, I don't know where the villager is, but villager might not make it because there's a couple bears out there. Gray's walled in this one. Gray's gonna wall in this one. Yo, what an interesting strategy in a Diplo game. Huh. T90 just discovered he's getting old. No, dude, I recognize I'm getting old. I'm at a point where I'm realizing it more and more by the day. Green says, hello, Orange. Want to set up trade later? I'm in the west corner. So Homer could be a trade hub for 4 different players, which would be huge. You never really want to turn on the guy you're trading with. Blue says Gray walling in relics. Now remember, Gray and Blue, they're not close friends. They did not have a conversation. Gray's here to impress and do well. He's been trying to get in community games for a long time, I imagine. But he's going to have a problem here in that is seen as something that is not really a teamwork-oriented move. Yellow says, Teal only. Do you want to be friends? And I think Teal should probably say yes to that, right? Like, remember, we talked about Teal's lack of chatter as a bit of an issue earlier. Gray, can I have this relic, friends? This is Purple. Okay, so Gray walled in the relic. And now Purple, this is the real moment of truth, because Purple wants it. And I'm seeing Gray villagers everywhere, man. Like, there's... Maybe that's why... Maybe that's why Orange walled here? To protect that relic? I was wondering why Orange would have walled here. Because you can actually see allies building foundations. Okay, so Gray says yes. And allows Purple to take it. So now, you know, this could also be seen as a nice guy move. So this might, initially it might look threatening, but then if you delete your walls to let someone take the relic, it could be seen as a nice move. But I guess at the end of the day, it was actually just this relic. I'm going to remove the market buy and sell events, by the way, because there are 8 players here, and that just gets to be a bit excessive. Yellow already trading, and Gray already trading as well here in Feudal Age and Castle Age, respectively. Interesting game. But it feels like there's one team that's really strong right now, and that would be the What's Good team. Okay, it's not the Sucking Grapes team anymore. Blue wall to me. Yeah. Makes sense. So this is how I see the game thus far. Gray is probably going to be teamed up on by Blue and Purple at the very least. I'm not sure Orange will be in on that. We'll see. Gray will have the backing of Yellow. And Yellow's doing all right. Teal, I'm not sure on. Like, Teal has been super silent, which, in their defense, it's sometimes really hard to chat and play. It is always very hard to chat and play at the same time. And then, you know, Green and Red, I think they're just going to be happy to be friends with each other. I don't think they're going to really be accomplishing too much. Green seems to be a more experienced player than Red. But I think they're going to be friends. There's no doubt about it in my mind. I think Orange might... I think multiple players might have mercy on Red. Like, they might not want to pick on Red. I'm not getting huge bully vibes. And sometimes you do get bully vibes in these community games from players who just... They want to take out the weaker players as quickly as possible. That's not happening here. I think Gray will also have the concern of you can't stonewall. So that's horrible. Humans cannot do that. So you would need to either hide with an enemy or just make lots of palisade walls, which is what's happening currently. It's not really helping the trade, though. Yellow's trade cart has got walled in, so he can't actually leave? Or actually, no, he can leave. That trade cart's just stupid. Never mind. Okay. I just heard a villager die. I think Gray got the villager trapped, and instead of deleting the palisade wall and then rebuilding one, Gray said, that's way too much work. Let's just kill her. Oh, man. Remind me not to work in that economy. Remember, kings explode. So if you want to go kill somebody and you fail, and let's say you damage them to the point of them not being able to really do too much to you, you know, in normal circumstances, they're just going to send their king over to your base and delete it. Not a big fan of Gray, yeah, says Maka. And it doesn't really seem like it. Oh, wait, Purple says he let me take this relic. I just asked. And Orange says, And Purple says, so nice, kinda. I think Orange was just looking for a target. And he might be slightly disappointed that Purple seems to think Gray's a nice guy. Yellow says, Gray and Teal, shall we be a mighty team together, ? Blue said maybe, talking about Gray. Gray says, want to team with me and Yellow? Purple. It's all right. I'm not trying to make fun of typos. Yes. Typos crack me up in these games. It's completely understandable. They're busy. Purple says yes to that, guys. Notice that Blue was not invited to the team. And Teal also said would be honored. We homies? Smiley face? I like the bracket smiley so much more than the parentheses smiley, by the way. It's very, very rare to see the bracket smiley. We good with red ? He's a bit lower elo. So they're all trying to find out what to do next. Who to attack. But I believe I was correct in my prediction that they are not going to attack red because no one wants to be that guy. Not yet. They could do that later, but not now. 92 eco is the leading eco count right now. That would be Maka. Here's the full list of it. You've got 404 strat not found at the bottom. You've got a couple towards the middle, like Raw and Golden Pincers. Red says to everyone, for a second I was very confused. I saw Blue as top score and thought it was me, 11. I was like, that's impossible. Okay. So, it's confusing to me how you would think that you were Blue after looking at red the entire game, but it's possible he has team colors on, which would put him at Blue. Not really sure how that works out. Orange with the classic. I'm pretty rusty. I haven't played in a long time. Just trying to lower people's expectations of what he's possibly going to be able to do, but not enough. That's like letting your allies know that you play a decent amount usually, so you're a good ally, but you're not trying to come off too threatening as if to be the guy who plays every day, right? It's a good mid spot to be in. Imp is on the way for Teal. Imp is on the way for red. Bottom score players imping first. Okay. Do you have any plans to expand as a team, says Yellow. So Yellow's like, is this it? That's not how he means it, but that's what he's thinking. And he's involving his teammates in the decision, which I think is quite nice. The problem I see is that there's not a lot of assertiveness for these three. Yellow's the most assertive player, and Yellow is sitting at 67 villagers. So you really want to attach players like this to a stronger player in an ideal world. Hey, Gray, do you mind if I take this relic? Gray says, take it. And Orange says, thank you. Okay, so that is now the second time that Gray has allowed someone to take a relic. How many relics does Gray actually have? He doesn't have any. He doesn't have any relics for himself yet. Wow, so he is being a pretty nice guy. I thought he'd have like 4. Can you delete the other walls? Just trying to trade, says Orange. I don't know what walls we're talking about. He might be talking to someone else, actually. I mean, Orange should be trading from this area. Oh, Gray's wall's here. And actually, he had walled in a relic there. And then he deleted those walls. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, that relic is on the other side of the map. Holy crap, man. He really was focusing on the relics. There's wall foundations everywhere. There's still relics walled in. He's got like 3 walled in right now. And he does have a monk on the way to get the far one. So I'll switch over to military count just to make sure I'm not missing anything. It's only Teal that really has a large force, and that would be archers from the Italians. They are good with archers, don't get me wrong. And Gray says, I forgot. I have not formed any other alliances. Okay, well that is a good realization to have, I suppose. You did give 2 people relics, so maybe they like you. You should probably just send a little carrier pigeon over their way and see what they send back. So teal, purple, and yellow with me, question mark? Notice says this to Teal. Teal's hearing about it and is not really involved in the conversation.
Yes.
Purple says yes. And then yellow is saying like, hey, we can be together with Teal. And he says, yes. Purple too, nice. Okay, so Band of the Hawk is playing both sides currently. Because it seems pretty clear that he was just going to be teamed with orange and he was going to be teamed with blue and they're going to roll everybody. He's also in the middle position. This is really good for him because if anyone's going to make a move on either side, it's probably going to be the flanks first, right? It's going to be orange or it's going to be blue. So purple could be like, yeah, bro, I'm here. I'm coming to help. And then not really help and maybe snipe the guy. That was good work from Gray, though. I mean, just have those conversations. Great. What? Holy... Do you see these houses for Gray right now? Look at this circle of houses. He just spent the last 6 hours placing houses around the middle. And he is getting to some of those relics. Gray has had a really unique style this game. In his first community game ever. I mean, it's never bad to have buildings, in the middle of the map, because if the enemy's ever patrolling across later, it will just go into your houses, which kind of slows them down. Also, they do give some vision. That's not bad. Lakeside cabins for rent? True. True. It's more like swampside cabins. By the way, Homer is trading through the middle, which I would not normally suggest. Man, Red's base is so freaking cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Gray just declared war on a bunch of people? Excuse me? What? Wait a sec. He just declared war on the people that he wasn't talking to. No, that's a declaration of war. That's like, you're going to go kill them now. They're going to all turn on you and get angry at you. Oh, it's such a wholesome move. He's like, okay, well, I have my team now. Teal says, so what's the plan? Gray goes, I enemied others. No. No, what have you done, bro? Oh, you just have to keep that. You have to keep that silent. You can't just make it clear. Blue says, "Are we friends, Gray?" And Gray says, "Yes," but no, you're not. You're really not. And wait. Now Blue ally. Oh wow, this is so interesting. Pump is such an interesting player. There's clearly a level of he knows what to do, but he doesn't know what to do at the same time, and I love it. Because, again, it's similar to the neutral thing, right? Where if you put people on neutral before you've talked to them, that makes sense, but you do not want to do that. I don't even think anyone but Blue realized, and Gray and Blue are now allies simply because Blue reached out to Gray. So, Ayo, Raw, you gonna attack somebody with that army, says Green? I think Teal is going to help Gray. Because Gray says he enemied people. So Teal's like, oh crap, I wasn't ready, but I guess I got to be a teammate now. I love how you can see the fact that he's typing right now. He's currently looking through the chat settings. He's currently now going to click on Green, and he's going to respond, and he's going to be like, well, Gray needs help. Not you, don't worry. Okay, and now we're back to business. All right. I just worry, like, Gray's not ready to fight right now. I guess it's good that Blue isn't against him. I seriously don't even think that Band of the Hawk and that Maka realized it. They're still allied with the guy. How are the houses going? The houses are still being constructed. Green says, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I think Green, honestly, you and Red, if you just hang out, get your economy rolling, and just don't make any waves here, I think you guys can both have a pretty good game. Because, like, they're going to be very disconnected from the upcoming action, which is good for them.
No.
Did anyone enemy you guys yet? Question mark. Orange says no, but that's actually not true. And Grace says, sorry, I have a hard time clicking everything. Yeah. There's a lot of... these games are really hard, and you don't really know until you're in them. Blue says Gray did briefly. Well, that's not good. Because Orange might be like, wait a second, he's enemy to me as well. What's in the west corner? A scout that has been walled in by a market. And there's a relic there that I'm sure Gray has tried to wall in. The villagers couldn't make it. Who we attacking, says Purple. I mean, Gray's the obvious target. Gray was the obvious target before. Which is super sad. Oh, wait. Purple included Gray in the conversation. And now Gray says Blue? Oh, God. This is funny because Purple was talking to Blue and Gray before. Woo! No, Gray. I don't think Blue would be a good idea. That would start some drama. Teal says I'm down. He's top scorer. But Teal's messages aren't included with Purple. This is because Purple's kind of friends with everybody. House is still being constructed, by the way. Ah, wait a sec. Purple changed his chat, and he says okay. All right, so he is actually okay with killing Blue. What? I'm shocked. Oh, wait. Purple snitches. You snitch. He says Gray is going to attack you, Blue. But it's not just going to be Gray. It's going to be Teal as well. I don't know if this is going to be enough support. Whoa. Okay, so Purple is actually going to fight alongside Blue here. He's just acting like he's going to help Gray, baiting them into making a move.
Yes.
Enemy Gray. Okay, so now Orange enemies Gray as well. And, well, as fun as Gray has been to watch, I think Gray is doomed. And Gray is absolutely doomed. We're going to have the What's Good team attack. I mean, Gray doesn't really even have army. I think we're going to learn... people are going to learn some valuable lessons from Gray in this game. And Gray says, why me? Now, this is obviously reaching Purple and not the others. I think there's a part of Purple that's going to feel bad. I think Purple's going to be up to some funky business here. He says, I can give your lands back. Like, Gray is extremely innocent. The problem is this innocence isn't being picked up on by Blue and by Orange. It's only Purple. He's going to get elite Kipcheck. And, okay, well, I was very wrong. Okay, treason was just research. Purple signaled it and said king. And Gray knows to leave with the king since the treason noise came in. Blue says, what's up, Teal? Because sees Teal is here. And Purple's saying, you got it, Blue, as if telling Blue to fight right now. Blue hasn't actually moved yet. And Purple's also here. Or, not Purple. What am I talking about? Orange. But I think Orange is just trying to come get this king. I don't think Gray's the type of player that's just going to send his king in to explode someone else. I think he's going to run away, and that could be really bad for yellow. Purple, question mark? He's like, answer me. Why are you attacking me? God, these are some tough units to stop as well. Elite Coustiette, tons of charge attack, elephant archers. Blue obviously turns on Gray now as well. And, like, Gray, you kind of brought it on yourself. You enemied them. Your teammates weren't even ready to support you. Like, you did this a long time ago. It's not like they immediately turned, which they could have. You enemying them in that instance just kind of told them what they needed to prep for. Again, meanwhile, for Red and Green, their story will still be told later on in this game. They're just hanging out. Teal gets turned on by Orange, so Teal was here to support. And teal was attacking blue, and teal wasn't ready for orange. So this is just painful, 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 painful. And yellow's going to stand by his team of players that are going to die, most likely, and he is going to fight now valiantly against purple, blue, and orange, and probably get wrecked, because there's not a whole lot from teal, and there's not a whole lot from gray in order to help. But there is honor in that. You know, fighting alongside allies that might not be the best for your future, there is some value in that, and some honor. Obviously, the trade here as well was going this way for yellow, which is just horrible. He really needed to be trading the other direction, so now the trade is getting sniped. At least I think it will be. And teal realizes he didn't turn on yellow and purple. And yes, the what's good team dominating as I predicted so long ago. And this is not going to go so well for gray. Now gray is going to build stables now. It has paladin being teched, so that's nice. I'm not sure what the blacksmith upgrades look like, but there is that. And yes, all of yellow's trade is now dying. Diplo 101, you really never want to be trading with someone you're going to fight. You should always be trading through an ally. I think originally he was trading with gray, who was his friend, and then he said, well, that's not as far, so I'm going to trade to blue. And it seems like yellow and gray just realized this is not good for us at all. We could be screwed. Look at orange build this up right now. Green hasn't said a word. I actually think it would be best for teal to not help yellow and gray now. You could actually still go on for this game in a while if you don't help them anymore. Where is king? Red, join us. Me, orange, and blue? Question mark. And orange says, red, are you with us? Red is still bottom scorer. And red, this would be a time to speak up. All the big bad bullies want to know if you're on your squad. If you're not on this team, you will probably be killed quickly. And red says, against who? Okay, so red not noticing what's happening here. Still worried about all of this. Fun fact, by the way, it just dawned on me. 404 strats not found avatar image is actually an Obelk. I think he's obsessed with Pulse, which is why he was so excited at the start. Gray says, I'm fine, just attack someone. And the king is going to run elsewhere to hide. I'm not sure the word fine is what I would use to describe you right now, Gray. The king was signaled by purple, who researched treason a moment ago. You do have to spend gold on that. And if I'm teal, I would not be so pleased that the guy that everyone is hunting is going to come stay with me. I would ask him to stay in someone else's city. But you also want to be a good guy. So. What you need? I got Obelk. Can't have Cav fast. Okay, so red is supporting in some ways. I also love how gray is building up his TCs where his houses were. It's like he saw the future. He's building up everything in a ring around this little swamp. That's funny. Teal allies yellow. That must have been a misclick then. Yellow says, I enemies you by accident earlier. Okay, so that was why. I saw someone in my chat speculating that yellow did that. Purple, are you talking to me? When purple says, need you to hit teal. I don't think he was intentionally talking to gray there. I think he screwed up his settings. Because he even said king when he was talking about gray's king. But once again, like, super wholesome from gray, right? I feel a bit bad for him. But, you know, hasn't received a whole lot of help from the others as well. I give yellow a lot of credit for continuing to fight the good fight here. And purple says 11 oops. He's like, whoops, you weren't supposed to see that. And he says, I mean calculated, so okay. Now, if gray could just stay quiet and not really, like, show himself much, he might be able to boom back into this game. Orange says gray out of the game, basically careful of king suicide. I don't think gray has any interest in that. I would even argue a bet that even though I said remind players this is exploding kings and remind players this is winnable with relic and wonder victory, I would guess that gray probably forgot at this point that you can actually sacrifice your king. He is doing whatever he can to produce from these stables. He's sniping the siege, which can delay things being pushed as quickly as they are. Where is Gray's kink? Yo, Blue, don't be asking about Gray's kinks, all right? This is a community game. We keep it lighthearted here. But, you know, we'll see if Teal somehow has that information. I would hope not. Gray's king, not his kink, is hiding next to a new town center that is going up. And that question was asked directly to Teal, so we'll see if Teal snitches. I don't think it would make a lot of sense to snitch, though, if the king is right next to you. Then again, Gray's not going to sacrifice his king on your base. So, Gray's resources, the gold count's good, the food count's just not. He needs food. Everyone else, though. I mean, look at Blue. Look at that gold, man. Blue is killing it. Purple will be as well with all the trade. And then Green actually doing very well, sorry. But obviously, Green hasn't really been engaging in much, so he's saving resources. He's got cav archers right now. This is all aboard the Gray train. Everyone's picking on Gray. Is anything ever going to change here? I don't know, man. Yellow's maybe going to go for a snipe eventually. Yellow's got a bunch of trebs. Holy. What do we have? Teal, we should attempt to snipe someone. Say purple as revenge. That makes sense. Green is talking to red. Remember, green and red were friends.
Yes.
Teal says yes, so they're going to try and get revenge for Gray. Red says clearing up this side. Red wants to be in the cool kid club, which is the orange, purple, blue, what's good club. Or sucking grapes, or whatever we said. I don't even know why we said it at this point. But, typically, here's the deal. So, it is probably a dream scenario to snipe purple, or snipe orange, or snipe blue, but it's unrealistic. I think they're too good. I think the best way you could, you know, achieve something here is to probably talk to someone on that side and say, hey, like orange is score, like for example, go to purple and say, hey, the other two talk to me about killing you. Or hey, you are lower score of the 3. It is likely they will sandwich you. Will you help me kill one of them? That is probably the way to do it. But this has been very team-oriented. They're not really branching out on their thought process because of how stressful this is. Orange says just passing. Always good to see that. Into Teal. And yeah, he's just going to raid Teal to death here. Teal, though, does a good job to defend Yellow's eco, though. The Genoese crossbow and an arbalest will do well here. Gray's still running around. Gray's a trooper, man. The red is on him as well, though. Green doesn't believe it. He says, just passing. I've heard that before. And here comes Yellow trying to evacuate. And here goes Yellow's desperation attempts. Can we respect it, guys? Can we all applaud? And later on in the YouTube comments, you could say, we applaud you, Yellow. Because he's giving it his best shot. He doesn't want to do any backdoor deals. It might not work. If anything, it might give people a heads up, right? Like, how confident can you really be that if you go to purple, say, hey, I want to kill orange, will you help me? That he doesn't just tell orange he's going to be killed. And also bringing his king to the middle right now. And Yellow's is trying to go for enemy base. Gray's king has been all over the planet, man. Interesting. Okay, so war wagons are moving. I mean, orange is... I don't want to use the word try hard, but whatever word is slightly below try hard, it's I want to make sure I win this game type of a mindset here. And he's built up his base so nicely. There's just no way you get surprised. You have to just roll right through his base. You can't even get through here with your king unless you run through the gates when the trade is going through, which is actually a strategy. This is kind of funny too, by the way. Orange is seemingly going to go for that relic at some point. You should really go Paladin, Green. So Orange is trying to tell Green what to make. And it is not orange that yellow is focusing on. Yellow is focusing on purple. And I think purple just noticed. Now, downside for purple is he's got a bunch of his population over here right now. So it's going to take him time to get population over here. He's queued up units, but it's not going to be so easy for him to get the units. And purple now is asking for help. He didn't even hesitate in that. Orange is here, though. Orange sees it. Orange will obviously help. And again, I really question how much can actually happen here. I do not think that yellow can actually kill purple. There's just going to be too much support on either side. It is too beneficial for blue, orange, and purple to work together until the very end. A theme in community games, and it has been clear to me that none of these three have any intention of breaking that. There's been no backdoor deals. I mean, the fact that purple was kind of talking to both sides was interesting for a bit. But purple then used that to just get a good, you know, leg up on the competition. Yeah. And here comes the team to his aid. And the thing that I keep coming back to is you've got to, like, at what point do you realize that you are simply just going to die if this game continues, if you are yellow and if you are gray? And at what point will you remember this is Exploding Kings? Send your freaking king into their base. No one wants to be the first person to die in these games. No one wants to be the one that has to say, oh, I guess I'll kill myself. It's not a good feeling. But that is the best way that you could somehow have a comeback in this game. And there is no world where orange, purple, and blue are breaking this alliance. It would be very silly to do so right now. Green says teal want to help me killing yellow. That's interesting. I don't think green has killed a unit this entire game. That yellow did just enemy blue there. It wouldn't have mattered, though. Like, he was going to get mopped up there regardless, right? And he's going to get mopped up here regardless as well. He can't have a good resource stockpile. He tried his best, which we commend yellow for. But these three players that have been teamed up together, the menaces, the what's good team, is just making this game look like it's going to all come down to how long it takes them to kill everyone else. And that's the only factor. He's getting destroyed by purple, so no need, says teal. So he's like, yeah, we don't need to focus on that guy. Now, red is simply just going to do the bidding of his overlords. He may not see them as overlords. He's like, you know, maybe like the freshman kid who didn't have any friends, who is friends with three seniors who are being very nice to him, and then later on, they're going to turn that into bullying him. I'm not speaking from experience whatsoever. That did not happen to me my freshman year, okay? But yeah, you know, it kind of has those vibes. Like, yeah, let's just get this red guy. You know, he's kind of weak, right? Let's just be friends with him for now. He'll help us. And then he's disposable. We'll get rid of him. Teal turning on green. So green made a move. Orange is very happy about that. And, oh, whoa, 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 green killed it. Green killed it. I totally saw that. Okay, so, oh my god, green just waltzed in here and kills teal. So finally a king dies, and it was just petards and cav archers, and I feel really bad for teal, because teal was trying to help the others. Now teal's out of the game. And orange and team are loving it. Now they're all a little, purple's a little paranoid, because he doesn't know where the explosion's going to happen. Explosion is going to happen dangerously close to gray's king. Oh my god, dude. Gray and yellow were so close to that. But does that remind gray there that there's explosions? Does that remind these guys? Gray says, what we doing now? Like, teal was their only hope, really. And yellow seems to still want to fight on here. So maybe they're getting tired of chasing us, says Gray. Yellow says, I can't do much. I'll try to explode someone's base. Frowny face. Okay, so yellow talks about it. Someone had to die for them to remember. And, oh, I was wondering who is going to use red and green with a little backdoor deal. And it is currently orange. He says, red and green only to you. And he's probably going to be like, look, I need you guys against purple and blue. There might be some lying involved, but I mean, orange has to expect, because he's top scorer, that blue and purple might talk about him. Actually, it's literally what he just said. Blue and pink likely to go after me because I'm top scorer. You with me till the end? Dude, you don't say that to them. Like, yeah, I'm so strong, you know, they're probably going to turn on me. You don't. You're literally telling them the reason they should maybe turn on you too. Green's is sure, though, and I imagine red will be down because they don't want to die yet. And gray and yellow are in the same spot with their kings right now, and there was a signal because purple researched treason. And they are telling red to get it. Red's is slow to type, but absolutely. I mean, the towers have certainly made it so yellow's main eco... Well, at least it looks like he still has main eco, but he doesn't actually have anything here. You have movement from blue. Remember, teal's out of the game. Red now turns on teal. Again, teal out of the game. Yellow said he was going to try and explode his king, but he never made a move. And he's still clearly trying to just build up here to snipe somebody. He's desperate. It's sad, man. He's no help. And usually there are circumstances where the top three kind of get bored of each other and they turn on each other. But it doesn't make sense for them to turn on each other until there's more people out of the game. Also, Gray's king is now here. Gray is just vibing, dude. He is all vibes right now. Here goes yellow. The king looks scared. Like, this looks like a guy who's trying to run for his life right now. Look at him waddle. Just passing. Oh, man. No way he survives that too. Yellow sends all his resources. Oh, the dodge. Yellow sends all of his resources over to green as he's fleeing for his life. He somehow dodges again, and he's still on the move here. And he's weak. He's damaged, but he's still going, and he might be able to make it across the map because there's no ranged units from blue. So as long as yellow doesn't run into the berserks, he could be okay. Dang. The great escape. Now, he can't make it that far into someone's base because they have castles, but this is sick. Meanwhile, Gray's king is in the left corner. I'm not going to show you that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, king dies in the middle. So, orange gets the kill. There will be an explosion. Green now turns on gray, which is what the big dogs wanted him to do. Teal, I will help you if you send me res. Got any gold? Oh, oops. Yeah, that was a little late there. Purple. And units go splat, but now we have 2 players dead. The next one will obviously be gray. And I know that people here really wanted gray to do something, but the truth is that gray didn't do himself many favors, and he made it more difficult for the people that have now died. He made life more difficult for yellow and purple when he just straight up enemied the others, giving them a big reason to turn. Okay. Purple was actually asking teal for gold. As teal... Wait, what? Was he asking? He was asking the dead player for resources. Okay. It's time to kill green, right? Question mark.
Yes.
And they're gonna. We still need to get gray, right?
Yes.
This is just the only thing that this game shows me is that bullying is a good strategy. Green and red, they will not go against the big dogs at all. And they're just kind of hoping that they're going to be valued later on, but I don't think they really are. Now, Gray's existence, his continued existence, gives everyone time to think about strategy and what to do. Oh, no, don't die. Don't die in red's base. I mean, honestly, maybe red deserves it. Maybe red deserves it for helping. I think you just got to kill anybody you can at this point. Oh, man. Good luck slaloming through here, Gray. Oh, God. Oh, man. The great escape. He's sacrificing his paladins, but he's made it past the castle. Red sees it. Red, you don't actually want to kill this. Just FYI. This is not... This is not good. This is not good. 404 strat not found. I'm not sure he knew about that. I've seen no reaction, and I think he's going to be out of the game. Because his king's going to explode here for sure. His king's in that tower. He's got no chance. Goodbye, elephants, too, by the way. Always sad to see so many elephants die, but red's out of the game now, and green is not too far away from some of this. And green will probably survive. Green seems upset that red is gone. And orange doesn't even stop to mourn red's death. There's not even like a moment of silence. It took 6 seconds, and he says green, question mark? Like, hey, we gonna kill green? And look at this. Green is so... He says, well, it's just the two of us now, plan. No, you're dead, bro. You're super dead. This is what I think's gonna happen, but maybe orange thinks he needs you. Let's see. Purple says, you and me, orange, gonna get blue, you get green, question mark? And orange says, I had a good time with you, green. Yeah, this is just... Yep, this is just bad. This is not good for you, green.
Yes.
But he did believe the words from orange earlier, possibly, and again, how good will your chances really be if you tried to break from the squad?
Yes.
Orange at least has the courtesy and the decency to warn him and say he's sorry. In terms of fortifications, orange has way more. Plus, orange has trade. Whoa, 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 whoa. Only to you, perp, against blue, then 1v1. Okay, this is pretty much what purple already said to you. And green is confused, and he just says, huh? Question mark. Sorry for what? Oh, my God. Oh, the amount of, like...
Yes.
The amount of wholesomeness in this game where people just don't know how brutal the situation really is just so funny to me. He's like, what are you sorry for? We're buddies, dude. Sorry for not being a good friend? You are a great friend. We're amazing. We're buds. We go way back. So, wait a second. Blue is being played. Blue is being told to go kill green. And purple is making a move to go kill blue at the same time. And, oh, blue is trying to run. Which means purple would have to turn earlier than he thought. Blue's own gates are trapping him, and he runs away. And the... Why is it so slow now? Oh, he clicked the monk and the king at the same time, which could have been devastating. But blue realized, and now blue's escaping. Okay, so now it's going to go down here. Wouldn't that have been something if he had clicked the monk and the king in the same group, and then the king ran that slow? Blue's out of here, and now blue is not going to attack green. Honestly, what I want more than anything is I want for green to somehow benefit here. I want green to somehow, like, kill orange or something. But, again, the fortifications are so strong. Purple has, you know, he's taking out castles. He's got elephant archers, which are going to be really hard to stop. Blue does have 90 army, but you've got, like, 30 of it here, and then you have all the rest of it here. And the king for blue is just out in the open. Purple says run around and get him, orange. I thought you guys agreed that you were going to both fight your little 1v1s without each other. I thought that was the deal. Get him, orange, he says. Orange, what are you doing? Does purple know this? Orange is attacking purple. Purple has not betrayed orange, so I don't think purple knows. I think he's so focused on blue right now. You little sneaky guy. Unbeknownst to Band of the Hawk, he has been double-crossed here. And I suppose this means that orange had second thoughts about betraying green. And green says, should I help you with purple? And orange says, yes. Purple doesn't even know. Oh, man, blue is coming forward with his king in the middle, which could mean the king dies. What? No, blue, where you going, bro? Is he think he's dead? What the? What's happening? What? Blue is coming to kill purple with this, not knowing that purple's going to die anyways. So blue is going to die here. Okay. And then purple's king. Oh, please go into orange's base. Please. Please, 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 please. Oh, yeah, baby. Wait, no. How's the gate? How does he get through the gate? Oh, no. Okay, well, all right. That's sad. Sad times for you, king. Wow, blue is out. Purple's out. We just have orange and we just have green. Green's loving it. He thinks that's hilarious. He is actually making a run with army Into Orange's base. Sorry, there's the blue explosion. Sorry we missed it. There's going to be another one now. Obviously, I knew this explosion wasn't going to affect anything, so I didn't show it. Orange is fine. Purple says, GG, Orange was so unamusing. Wow, that's interesting. And now green just turns on Orange now. And I guess they're going to duke it out. Orange has no army, but he's got the fortifications, which is kind of why you do it. And he's going to have more army in no time. Well, that was pretty interesting near the tail end there. Green, you can't say he didn't benefit. Whoa, my guy's got spies in queue? Oh, it was all part of Homer's plan. He's got Omega resources. Don't get spies, though, dude. That's crazy. You only have 8k gold. That's still 30k gold to research, right? It is based on your opponent's vill count, but it's 200 gold per vill. Please do not research spies. You need the gold, especially if you're making elite war elephants, which could win you the game. The guy's a madman. Wait, or is that treason? Did he cue treason? Oh, that's just... No, that's spies. That is spies. Whoa, okay. So, cab archers and elephants. And, well, we'll see how this goes. Interesting game. Mega Chad, indeed. That's a pretty interesting game. I feel bad for how the game played out. Like, honestly, I think teal, yellow, and gray could have been a good thing if they had time, and they didn't have time because gray was like, all right, guys, I enemied the others, which was bad. It was already kind of predictable gray was going to be attacked because of the alliance from these three, but let's see. There's no spies in games with kings. Yes, there is. Look at his vision. They're enemied. They're absolute... Wait, or are they allies? No, they're enemied. There is in this game. Somehow. Maybe it's both. I know what you mean, though. I think in the past, there used to be that you couldn't have it. King is here for orange. King is here for green. Green does not have a lot of fortifications. And his stockpile of resources is not that great. And he doesn't have consistent gold income. Burgundians get gold income from their farms, and then also there is more trade. So I think, unfortunately for Homer, this is going to be the end for him. Spies are not in normal regicide, only when it's a secondary game mode. Got it. Okay. That makes sense. So yeah, we have it as a secondary game mode always, because I don't like it when they spawn with castles, which sometimes the regicide start does. I prefer them to have to build castles. So that would make sense. That we use the checkbox at the bottom, basically. So if anyone wants to have spies available, you could do it there. Again, you know, that 30k gold will be looking pretty good right now, but green, I appreciate you going out with a bang. The elephants have held, but a lot of other armies died. And orange has more on the way. I think it's pretty clear, right? Like, orange is the more skilled player here. Purple says, orange has got it. Do it, orange. I'm not salty. You're still a bro. Yeah, I mean, you can't be too upset that orange backstabbed you, purple, when you were backstabbing blue, right? If anyone's going to be annoyed here, it probably would be blue. Because it seems like there was a scheme that he wasn't really a part of. But yeah, orange played super well. It benefited really... benefited greatly from the early Diplo. Clearly a solid player with a good civ and build up many castles. Probably going to get the win here. Unfortunately, you just have to win a 1v1 now if you're green. You cannot use your king to just explode them, because the second your king's dead, the game is over. And again, just the cost of these elephants is what's going to be the death of green. He's going to maybe hope to make crossbowmen. Not too sure. He's making archer ranges, but anything he makes out of the archer range will not be enough to stop this composition. There is a chance there, guys, that purple was going to make his king into orange's base. Had it gotten to around here, it would have had a much bigger impact on this game. It would not have killed orange, most likely, but it would have eliminated a lot of his production buildings and castles. This castle will go down. So there we go. This castle's going to go down immediately after it goes up. It's insane how good elephants are, though. Like, the fact that green still hasn't been cleared yet. There we go. Still pretty impressive. And green might think about running for it, or might maybe just calling the GG here in a second. Good stuff, though. And he researched spies. This is what orange can see. Notice he can't see, you know, anything here, and then green can see everything that orange can see. That's awesome. I think teal and yellow will rewatch this, and they'll think, oh, okay, gray was a really fun guy to ally with, but he really didn't give us time. But I still really enjoyed gray. Like, you know what gray made me think of? Gray's comments in this game were along the same lines of, I think his name was Charles from the game last week, where someone asked Charles to be ally, and he goes, no, I'm already friends with a lot of people. I don't think it would be fair if I ally you too. Just like, they just don't realize, like, you probably should take the alliance, you know? Or in this case, you probably shouldn't enemy the people you're planning on killing later on. When he did. GG. Game ends there, and Maka gets the win. Overall, pretty good game. It was a little stompy because the three that teamed together did just roll over some people. So for that reason, it wasn't maybe the best community game ever. But one that certainly sets up some storylines for the future, possibly, I think, right? Like, Homer and 404 Strat Not Found maybe learned some lessons. Same time, I understand why they did it. Homer benefited from the whole thing with working from Orange. Red did not. Gray will learn some lessons too. If we ever see Gray back in a game, I'm sure he'll rewatch this and realize, okay, tweak this or tweak that. And then for teal and yellow, they were very faithful allies. They did their best to help out. If anything, teal's going to feel a little bit hard done by because green didn't do almost anything, and then green showed up and just killed him. But green was doing the bidding for the other three, and for those three, they performed well here. Blue will also feel like maybe I shouldn't trust people as long as I did. And maybe purple as well, right? Because of the big three, both of them were backstabbed, blue by purple, and then it was purple by orange. So, good stuff. Well played, everybody. Here's the total KD in the game. We actually had blue with the better KD. Orange did kill more units, though. Economically, I'm going to assume the big three had more because they had trade. Trade profit, 31K for purple. Actually, 0 for orange. This is pretty insane. I guess he didn't have as much gold overall. And then it was 35K for blue as well. But yeah, that was fun. Good stuff. Like the map as well. I think the map looked really cool, especially at the start, right? Like, look back at how this map started. I guess it doesn't really benefit the play to have this amphibious terrain in the middle, so that kind of sucks for the gameplay, but it still looks really cool. It looked amazing. GG, everybody. Well played. Hope everyone enjoyed watching.